June Shannon, also known as Mama June, is one of the most easily recognizable TV personalities of the 21st century. She is most known for being the maternal figure in the hit reality show Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, as well as starring in shows about her own ups and downs. But while most people think of her as no more than a reality TV star, there's actually a much darker story and many controversial scandals that surround June and her family. June Edith Shannon, also known as Mama June, was born on August 10, 1979, in McIntyre, Georgia, and grew up with her 3 siblings. When June was just 14 years old, she fell pregnant with her oldest daughter, Anna, and would then go on to have 3 more daughters, Lauren, Jessica, and Alana, who we all know better by the name of Honey Boo Boo. June and her family were first introduced to the world on the popular but controversial show Toddlers and Tiaras, where her and her youngest daughter Alana were frequently seen giving an inside look into the world of pageantry and child pageants. They became fan favorites, and a lot of June and Alana's quotes from the show became huge memes, which gave TLC the idea to let June and Alana have their own show. Here Comes Honey Boo Boo premiered in 2012, and just like that, they became 2 of the most popular reality TV stars in the world. Here Comes Honey Boo Boo was, as the name suggested, a lot more focused on Alana than the other family members. However, June was featured in all episodes as cameras followed the Shannon family round wherever they went. The show was extremely successful and became an extremely notable part of pop culture, whether it was from people becoming fans of the show or trolls making fun of the family.
And she likes drinking Red Bull and Mountain Dew.
I'm only 6 and I've already had 3 heart attacks, girlfriend!
The entire family seemed to be on cloud 9 from all their success. However, suddenly TLC canceled Here Comes Honey Boo Boo halfway through its 5th season after a shocking revelation came from Mama June. June had left her boyfriend at the time, Mike Thompson, for a man called Mark McDaniel. The shock came when it was revealed that Mark was actually a convicted offender who had previously served 10 years in prison for essaying June's oldest daughter Anna in 2004 when she was just 8 years old. The couple had reportedly rekindled their relationship when Mark was released from prison. This caused so much outrage from fans and people online, and June was branded the worst mom in the world. The relationship caused the hit show that had made the whole family famous to get abruptly canceled, and Anna and June would then have an estranged relationship for many years, as Anna was obviously extremely hurt by her mother's actions. Not only did June's new relationship with her daughter's abuser cause a massive divide between the two, but also a lawsuit ensued as Anna went on to claim that she had not been paid for her appearance on multiple episodes of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, which was known to make each family around $3,000 per episode. You would think that by this point, the Shannon family's days in the spotlight would be over, but as a surprise to everyone, Mama June revived her reputation in a brand new reality show. The show, called Mama June From Not to Hot, showcased June's weight loss journey, which surprisingly was well received by fans. In the show, June went through a life-changing surgery and also a strict diet and exercise routine that helped her lose over 300 pounds. People could not believe how much June transformed after reportedly spending $70,000 on the journey with her health and body. Everything seemed like sunshine and rainbows once again for June and the rest of the Shannon family. However, it appeared that the new spin-off show had just been used to sweep all of the past controversy under the rug, and once the series ended, June's demons began following her once again, and this time, they were harder than ever to escape. June's show From Hot to Not had been a big success, and she became one of the TLC channel's biggest stars. But the money and fame caused more harm than good, as June then spiraled into a hole of addiction and crime that would drive the entire family into complete chaos. June had been surrounded by substances for her entire life, and she said in an interview that one of her siblings actually used to sell She then went on to explain that in the year 2000, she had taken up substances in order to work long. She said that it would help her to work 3 jobs a day from 4 a.m. to midnight, and she was able to stay up standing on her feet for all those hours on just a tiny amount of sleep. The substances would come and go over the years for June. However, in 2015, she met a man called Gino Doak, who would go on to become her boyfriend and another one of her bad influences. At first, Gino told June that she would have to be completely sober in order to be in a relationship with him, which she followed through with for a year, until both June and Gino decided to start using together. June's children were aware of what was going on. However, when her daughter became pregnant at 17, the couple started to be a lot more low-key with their habits, as they didn't want the family to know the true extent of what was going on. Gino and June couldn't keep the act up for long though, and in 2019, they were arrested outside of a gas station for being in possession of Class A. June reported that her addiction would lead to her spending at least $3,000 a day just in order to keep herself functioning. And soon after being released from jail, both June and Gino returned to their old habits, which drained the last bit of money that they had. At this point, desperate times called for desperate measures, and June sold her home in Georgia for $100,000 in cash just to spend it on her addiction with her boyfriend. They went on to sell off any possession that they had, whether that be family members' jewelry, shoes, or even her own truck. By the time that June and Gino finally were pushed into a rehabilitation facility, she had spent around $1 million solely on substances and had now lost almost all of her vision, explaining that she was completely blind in one eye and only had 5% of her vision in the other. Mama June came out of rehab and has since started yet another new show called Mama June Road to Redemption, where she documents her recovery from addiction and her journey with sobriety. She has been sober for over a year now, and despite all of her past controversies and scandals, her biggest focus is currently reconnecting with her children and doing her best to try and heal her relationships with the family members that she has hurt in the past. Thanks for watching.